As a student myself, I've always wondered that why am I struggling to study every day? What is it that I'm missing about studying that other students have got it right? And it wasn't until this other day that I decided to go study in the kitchen, and there I was able to concentrate. I was able to get things done. I think I was writing an assignment that day, and it was due, I think, the next day, and I was able to get a lot of things done on that day. And the next day I asked myself, what is it that I've done right yesterday that I couldn't do the other days before? And that's, I think that's where I was able to connect with these three things that I want to share with you now, that I was able to keep studying. Now I know how to study, I know how to get it right. So I want to share with you three things that will help you create this habit of studying every day. In fact, you will master this habit after you've watched this whole content. So let's go to number one, which is time. Now ask yourself, when am I most likely to study? When am I most likely to be productive? When am I most likely to concentrate? What I love about this question is it allows you to assess your day and look for the time where you'll be able to study distraction free. So for me, mornings are the best. That's where I'm able to get a lot of things done. And it wasn't until I started my morning routine, that's where I was able to realize that mornings are actually the best for me. So after my morning routine, I go for breakfast, and after breakfast, that's where I'm going for my studies. So around 9 o'clock, that's where I'm going to do my studies. That's where I'm completing assignments. That's where I'm submitting new assignments. That's where I am making notes. So I don't know about you, but this question will allow you to look for the right time in your day to focus on your studies. So what matters the most is to have a time where you're able to work, where you are able to study without any distraction. And the second thing to focus on if you want to create this habit of studying every day is to focus on environment. Now, one question you can ask yourself is, where am I most likely to study? Which means, which place can I use that will allow me to focus, that will allow me to concentrate, that will allow me to study with distraction free. So for me, each and every time of the day has its own environment. If I'm studying in the morning, which I love, I use my bedroom. If I'm studying in the afternoon, I use the public library. And if I'm studying in the evening, I use the kitchen. So this allows me to focus, this allows me to get a lot of things done, and these allow me to work with distraction free. So what I love about asking yourself, where am I most likely to be, where am I most likely to study, is it allows you to look for the places where you are most likely to work or study without any distraction. Now, the last thing to focus on if you want to bring this habit into your life is to focus on consistency. Now, I know you've heard a lot about consistency, but what I really mean here is your goal shouldn't be perfection but repetition, which means it's about showing up each and every day. Make it so easy that you are able to get back to it tomorrow. Don't try to do it big. Don't try to know everything in one day, but try to know the few things in a day. Start with 2 pages. Start with 1 page each and every day. One module, 2 pages. One module, 2 pages each and every day. Start small. The goal here is to build this habit into our life, not just do it once and then we are done, but is to build that identity that I am the kind of person who show up for their studies. I am the kind of person who studies every day. So that's what matters the most. You know, what I've learned since that day is sometimes we do the right things in the wrong place, in the wrong time. Sometimes we do the right things in the right time, but in the wrong place. So we need to create that balance where we do the right thing in the right place, in the right time, and we show up each and every day. In most cases, it does happen, we have the right place, we have the right time, but we procrastinate, we don't show up. So there must be a balance. These three things needs to be connected, and that's where we are able to study efficiently